The truth of Friday the 13th. This is how the unlucky day got such a bad reputation. Friday the 13th is an old superstition believed to bring bad luck. Its effect on people is so great that traditions have been created from it. In fact, there are many superstitions that people have, such as not opening an umbrella inside or walk under a ladder that's on a sidewalk. Superstitions are beliefs that something bad will happen, even if there's no reason to think it. A popular superstition in the United States is that Friday the 13th is an unlucky day, which happens up to 3 times a year, depending on the calendar. This day seems to make people more careful or avoid things they usually aren't afraid to do. Experts think a lot of people don't go into work on Friday the 13th for fear of what the day will bring, like millions of lost revenue for a company. Of course, there isn't any proof that more misfortune takes place on Friday the 13th. We just tend to think that bad things happen more often on that day. But if Friday the 13th is only a superstition, why do people actually believe in it? There isn't any way to really know the answer. It's hard to know exactly when Friday the 13th became thought of as unlucky, but one theory is that it can be assumed that it comes from the Christian religion. For example, in the Bible, Judas, a person who is said to have betrayed Jesus, was the 13th guest at the Last Supper. Moreover, stories in the Bible have many unfortunate things happen on Fridays. Therefore, it makes sense that people who read the Bible may feel nervous around Friday the 13th. It's also possible that 13 is considered cursed because it's the number after 12, which many people see as a number that completes things. For example, we have 12 months in a year, 12 inches in a foot, and 12 pairs of ribs in the body. So it's possible that the number 13 makes people uneasy because it might cause them to think about what is beyond 12. In other countries, Friday the 13th isn't unlucky. In Spain, Tuesday the 13th is considered the day to dread. And in Italy, people fear the 17th day of any month because the Roman numeral 17 can be rearranged to spell VIXI, which in Latin means my life is over. As in the United States, no one can prove that anything terrible happens on those days as well. People who are terrified of Friday the 13th might have a condition called parascavidecatriophobia. Whew, let's say that again. It's pronounced parascavidecatriophobia. Parascavidecatriophobia, which is a mouthful, but the word comes from ancient Greece and translates to fear of Friday the 13th. For most people, being afraid of Friday the 13th is just a superstition, something that we can have fun pretending to fear, because we all know that there's really nothing to fear, right? But if you want to carry a rabbit's foot, knock on wood, or look for a 4-leaf clover to ward off anything bad happening, that's fine too.